What's going on? Welcome to One Gotta Go. It's your boy CJ, and this is the show where I give you my very biased opinion on what or who got to get up out of here. You dig? So this one's gonna be a little bit different, okay? This one gotta go. One ain't gotta go. Okay. Then we're gonna talk about Docu-Series here. Now, I have 3 Docu-Series. I know I just held up 6. I have 3 Docu-Series here. And one ain't gotta go because they are all brilliant. You hear me? Brilliant. Okay? So one ain't gotta go. What we're going to do is we're going to put them in order from which one I like the most to which one I like the most third. This is a hard one, and I legit I was thinking how I was going to do this, and I just decided to press record, and I'm making this up as I go. So I don't really know what my final answer is going to be. We're just going to talk this out, okay? So we're talking about Docu-Series, okay? There are 3, and I'm going to name them in the order they came out, not necessarily the order which I'm placing them. So number 1, The Jacksons, An American Dream. About the Jackson 5, miniseries about the Jackson 5. Number 2, The Temptations. And number 3, New Edition. Whoo! I'm sorry, it had to happen. Okay, I don't know why I blew it over there, but okay. Yeah, The Jacksons, The Temptations, and New Edition. Bruh, this is hard. And let me explain why this is so hard for me. One, because music is what I do. All of these groups had a significant impact on how I kind of view music, take in music, how I write music. All of them had a significant impact on that. So that's why one ain't gotta go. Man. Okay, so let's just start talking about this. So The Jacksons, An American Dream. First of all, it's 5 hours. Well, 5 hours with commercials. I got the DVD. Don't trip. It's a 2-parter. Great Jason Weaver. You know what I'm saying? Terrence Howard, a younger, not young, but a younger Terrence Howard. What's my man's name? That played Joe Jackson. Jacob? No, not Jeffrey Jacob Jingleheimer? No. What the hell? I don't remember what his name is. That's whack. Anyway, and Angela Bassett, you know what I'm saying? Billy D. Vanessa Williams, you did. That movie, one of the first songs that I ever learned, I mean a full song, was My Girl. Now, that is by The Temptations. Yes. But as a kid, I didn't know that. As a kid, I saw The Jacksons, An American Dream, and the first time the boys performed as a group at a talent show, they did My Girl. And my dad had taped it, VHS, he had to tape record, so we taped that, and I would rewind that song over and over again. And I thought the Jacksons had wrote it. I thought that was their song for the longest time. But that's, and the Jacksons, with their music, I've used Jackson 5 music multiple times for auditions, for shows, and things like that. And they be working. I mean, I be singing too, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I be singing. But I mean, the Jacksons music just has that I just love what they created, or what was created for them. When they were the Jackson 5, and then they manifested that into the Jacksons, stuff like that. So I mean, that movie, for real, played a significant role in the performing part of my life. Marlon Jackson, always as hard as he had to work as a kid, and you see, he became an amazing dancer as an adult. The movie it was just a great movie. I should have a movie night. I got a new big TV. We have a movie night, watch the Jacksons. We watch all these, because I got all, I'm lying. I don't have New Edition. I do have the Temptations and Jacksons. Now let's talk about the Temptations movie. Also a 2-parter, you know what I'm saying? They're on the same disc though, you just gotta, okay, next part. amazing. A little time-wise, you know, the Jacksons was late 60s, early 70s. We're not even going to give them late 60s. Early 70s and on. The Temptations were early 60s, so era-wise it was different, but that's the kind of music I listened to as a kid. Well, I listened to the Jackson 5 as a kid. And then when I got around 10, 11, then I started listening to the Temptations. And, you know, some of the older groups. But the Temps, man, that movie, I love to see the grind and the hustle. You know what I mean? Because before social media, I mean, now you can watch everybody's every move. But back then in that era, one, no social media, two, things just worked different. You know what I'm saying? You had the record label, you had the labels Motown, and they really focused a lot of the movie around the Motown family. You know what I mean? So that always intrigued me, and I love to see that, and I wish I was there for that era. Absolutely love that movie. Absolutely love the Temptations' music. Ain't Too Proud to Beg is one of my all-time favorite songs. Go David Ruffin. Then you have the New Edition story, which is the newest one, but three-parter, absolutely amazing. I definitely tuned in every one of those 3 nights to watch this, and it did not let down. The music was phenomenal. The acting was good, but it was a great story, and I love seeing, again, kind of the background, what happened, you know, what they go through. Obviously, I'm not famous, and I'm not on that level of performing and stuff like that, but, you know, I got a backstory just like anybody else does. I go through stuff at shows or before shows and rehearsals or in the planning process, all that stuff. So I love watching that stuff, and I love New Edition. One of my favorite New Edition songs, I'm Not That, You're Not That Kind of Girl. That's my jam right there. And that's, I don't even think that was a single. That was my jam. My jam. So, out of the 3, which we gonna put first, second, and third? Okay, and this one's loose. I'm not gonna tell nobody to box me because this is really how you feeling. I be a prisoner of the moment, man. Because everything in me wants to say, not everything, but a lot in me wants to say New Edition. Because that's the newest, that's the one I've seen the least. And all the music makes me, you know, want to get up and dance, you know what I'm saying? But I'm feeling like I want to put that one at number 1. But I feel like I'm only saying that because it's the newest one and it hasn't marinated as much as the other ones. But with that, the Jacksons, I ain't going to tell you. I mean, I ain't going to hold you. I love that movie, but it's long. And rewatchability, I've watched it 1,000 times. But now, I'm like, would I sit down and watch the Jacksons, the whole thing? Woo, what we got to do today? I don't know. Would I sit down and watch the whole New Edition? I'd watch more of it. I'd fast forward some parts. And then the Temptation, and then you have Temptations. Which, actually, I would sit down and watch the whole Temptations movie. Well, you know what? That's what it is. That's what just came out. The Temptations is going to be number 1. The Jacksons have to be number 2. Even though for rewatchability, I should have New Edition before them. But for what the impact it's had on my life, we're going to keep it at number 2. And the New Edition at number 3. So what order would you put that in for the Docu-Series for for music groups? The Jacksons, Temptation, New Edition. My order is the Temptations, the Jacksons, and New Edition. What's yours? Let me know in the comments.